Night, an alarming surge in electronic theft. Culprits are stealing federal money needed to help feed low-income Nebraskans.
Our 6 on Your Side investigation found that supplemental nutrition benefits have been drained from accounts that were supposed to be used to buy groceries. Mike McKnight tells us how it happened and what can be done to stop it.
She works but doesn't earn enough money to fully stock the cabinet for her 2 kids. So Dawn Giesinger relies on federal assistance through a state-managed benefit card that she uses to buy groceries.
Yeah, I went to the store and had groceries and looked stupid because I couldn't get the food. They drained it. They took every single dollar amount.
Secretly, scammers have attached skimmers like this that are hard to detect on checkout card swipe devices at 2 Omaha area stores.
What that device that they put over the top does is when you swipe your card and enter your PIN, it actually captures the card number and the PIN information. They can then create a cloned card with that info and use it somewhere else.
Almost always in other states like California and Colorado.
9-10 transactions taken, which depleted every single dollar that I had on my food stamp card.
444 Nebraska clients reported their food SNAP accounts have been drained in December, 100 more so far this month. That's almost 550 electronic benefit transfer cards that have been skimmed in 6 weeks.
And this is like the second time that it happened. So as soon as I scanned everything, I went to go swipe my card and said $3 on there.
A mother of 3, this food assistance client wants to be anonymous, but her mom identified an issue with the account app that's connected to the EBT card.
If your credit card is used, you'll get an alert through your phone letting you know. But there isn't one for this app at all.
Instead of a swipe card that can be skimmed, her daughter tried to load the account information into the wallet on her phone.
It's not eligible for Apple Pay, this card.
While some states are testing more secure alternatives, Nebraska isn't that far yet.
At the federal level, there is some movement towards changing to like a chip card or a mobile pay. A lot of larger retailers might accept mobile pay, but we have a lot of small retailers, particularly in Nebraska, that might be an extra cost for them to accept that.
So DHHS says clients should change their PIN number monthly, if not more.
Since I've had food stamps, I've had the same PIN number forever. And now I'm changing it every week.
EBT benefit accounts drained by scammers will be replenished twice. And though a priority, that could take up to 10 days.
This is why Rebecca is using food from her own benefits to give to her daughter, her grandkids. She doesn't want them to go hungry because of scammers.
Like snacks for the kids.
So these clients say more protection is needed when they use their benefit card to keep skimmers from swiping money that puts food on the table. On your side, Mike McKnight, 6 News.
Nebraska Health and Human Services has investigators working the electronic thefts. Last month alone, more than $260,000 were skimmed from benefit transfer cards. And that's federal money, which is put back into client accounts. In the past, there have been similar problems with gas pumps and ATMs. So you should check out devices, but first look at them to make sure there's not a skimmer before swiping a card.